You know, when I got my hair trimmed, it left some spots. But thank you for joining. And if you're under 21, please do not be watching it. YouTube has been striking me down a little bit because of age restrictions. So y'all need to realize this is a smoking channel. I'm not a. I can't say anything about it. But hold on. By the way, there's some key phone here. It's a fruity pebble looking thing in there, you know, because it's like just what it is. Right here, this is new flour, by the way. It's some hybrid flour from Grow Healthy. No, not Grow Healthy, from Soterra. So FT 7 grams, maybe, yeah. So I like my ground flour. So it's pretty much your hybrid. It's ground flour. So let's take it on in. Yep. But today is Friday. Today is Friday. There's a lot that went on this week. A lot. It's still going on. I just had to stop in and talk to you subscribers, and what you are on here is what you are. You can hate my channel, you can not hate it, but just know I'm having fun and I'm working with it. This is what I like to do every day. Smoke weed every day. Now, the different background is going to look literally different. It's going to start looking different. And I can't wait. Because I've been waiting for a long time for this. I really do. I feel much better about this. This new life of mine about to happen. You know it. But something that I love. You know, I love this woman. And I'm not just talking about marijuana. To say this, not everyone's going to know what's happening. People out of state probably already know. Well, yeah, they're, yeah. It's starting to burn a little bit. But, am I even going to worry about that burning tomorrow? Or a couple minutes? No. But you know, whenever you have that yelling, whenever you have to yell and everything, then you just smoke your cigarette and it burns, and it's like, damn, am I smoking a menthol, baby? You know, you're just, man, I hate it whenever I get done yelling and everything, and someone says, hey, you want to smoke some pot? or just smoking. Like, I just don't want to, that burns. You get done yelling, you know darn well your weed is not burning you before. It didn't burn you before, but now it's burning you. You were yelling a little bit. Now, if I was a musician, and then I use my voice, yeah, I'm sure. But this hybrid actually tastes pretty good. It's very sweetsy. The terpenes is what, you know, like this percentage. You know, when I was a teenager, all I knew is I'm getting weed that day. I mean, don't get me wrong. I was thinking about the percentages whenever I first got into them. Like, oh my God, you know, there's 28%. It's this amount or whatever. Like, if I'm not mistaken, Pineapple Express is actually like 32% supposedly, but 32% is nothing. Like the taste value is what I like, the beauty of it, and cannabis is just this marvelous thing. So yeah, it's just amazing, and thank you for joining in. But this flower is actually pretty good. I can't hate on it. I'm not going to hate on cannabis. There's no really. I just don't understand. We all voted for it to be legal, this and that, but then you got the people saying, "Oh, I'm short this, I'm this, I'm that," or whatever. I'm like, look, we can't support you with cannabis. I mean, you possibly could, but the thing is, you just can't. You just can't just say, "Hey, whatever." Um, because there's a story. This is true story. Um, about maybe almost 3 years ago, I uh, was getting some weed from an employee at this pizzeria place, and the thing is, it was like a .3 or whatever because we would get our tips and we're just, hey, help me up a little bit, So I had about .3, and it was it was a late night, and I'm in this county where there could be possibly a lot of cops and stuff, but I didn't have lights on my bike. I was going by with the street lights and everything else, which I was told that I mean it's should be able to, but I had my cannabis somewhere, and I ended up like eating it. And I hit my dude up because I got stopped by a cop because I didn't have lights on the bike. But they gave me street lights. They gave me lights for the bike. It was so cool. I was like, oh my god, that's so cool. And instead of just like hounding me on a ticket or something like that, you actually had lights for a bike. Yeah, my medicine was like down my throat and everything. I swallowed that stuff. I swallowed that cannabis. And I hit my dude. I'm like, hey man, I just swallowed my stuff. Are you serious? I'm like, yeah, man. Just be careful coming out of work and everything. You might be holding and stuff like that. So I just kept it off. You're not watching TV, are you? You're not on your phone, are you? Oh, okay. All right, I was just seeing if that was signs. But the I called him out. I still know his name, and I don't have his number anymore. But this was a couple years ago, so he had he said I can't help you out with that, right? So it's almost like your own dude, maybe possible. I mean, I could have gotten cannabis some other time somewhere else, but hey, some raw rolling papers, yes, raw rolling papers. Um, yeah. He denied. He's like, man, I'm sorry about that, man, but I can't do that. So like when it comes to the dispensary, they can, but they could, but they just don't. They just give you store credit. Some people on your downloads or whatever, your medicine man, woman, or whatever you got to get you your cannabis or whatever. They may not hook you up, but I feel like they kind of should in a way because, I mean, I'm not going to tell, like, you think we're going to tell on you and everything else if you give us the cannabis and everything. That's why I got my card. But anyway, I just know that they won't really work with you like a dispensary would, really. Nothing against them. I mean, I could be sitting here doing that kind of stuff right now, but I'm not. Because, like, I'd rather do it. I give them props, though, man. I give these people out there that selling that weed right now props. That's what I can do. I'm just... Now, if you're not doing it, now if you're doing it to help them out with it, that's what I like. Now, if you're mixing stuff and all that stuff, I don't know how to trust you, because I don't know how you're getting this cannabis. I don't see this cannabis and whatever. I mean, it is what it is, but I give it to you, man. Because I've been arrested for having cannabis. I didn't have cannabis. I had the bowl. That's what I had. I had a bowl. That's all I had was a bowl. I had a bowl. It was Goldie. Had nothing in them. Her. It. I didn't really give it a her or, stuff like that, but they try to charge me for under 20 grams in the bowl. I'm like, what the fudge, man? Really? It's crazy, man. When I went to the court the next day, it was just like, no. I knew darn well that ball had nothing in it because, man, that's another story I'm going to talk about. Goldie. I think I might have a video up named Goldie. But it was kind of hard to get a bowl back then, in a way, no one was really going to give you a bowl at 16 years old. You just had to know people like you have to know people to get a good job. It's just about knowing people and having money or something to offer, I guess. And people need to stop offering their life unless it's Jesus Christ. But don't worry, I'm just drawing. It looks like a blob right there, but I don't have that kind of lighting right now. But y'all, have a good Friday. I'm glad I touched on base with you guys on this Friday. It was good to actually put a Friday on here. I think I had a Monday on here, so I got a Friday. But there's a lot to be done, so peace out, everyone. Like and subscribe and possibly share. But let me know if you want to tell me how your Friday is. Maybe. But if you don't, you don't. Peace out, everyone. Come.